Hello everyone, that came out strange, never mind, it's Axeman here, and today we're going to be looking at the Neon Ninja. This is a revisit of my last guide, which was, well, let's be honest, it's extremely outdated. I know a lot of people are really struggling on how to play this guy at the moment, so I'm going to really teach you as best as I can to play the game like you should. So with all the jibber jabber out of the way, let's move on to the class's skills. Your basic attack, and boy shit does it look fancy when you swing that sword around. It's not the strongest of attacks, and trust me, it's really not the strongest of attacks, but my god, it's pretty fast, and it looks pretty badass. First skill you unlock, Shadow Flip. You flip backwards, leaving a decoy that lasts for about a second. You also briefly gain an extra 50% in movement speed. Shadow Flip also allows you to throw a shuriken star, but we'll get to that momentarily. The second skill you unlock, which is a pretty damn useful skill, Stasis Blade. You dash forward, stunning all enemies for 3 seconds. It does a fair amount of damage, but nothing really special. You're not really going to kill anyone with this skill, but my god, it's brilliant stun locking everything you come across. And for your ultimate skill, Final Technique. My god, when I first talked about this skill, I fucking hated it, but I gotta be honest, I completely love this skill now. I don't know what was wrong with me when I did the first review. Final Technique shoots a projectile out of your sword every time you swing it. This projectile refreshes the 3-second counter for your Stasis Blade, holding enemies down for up to 10 seconds. Whilst doing that, you're also causing damage to the enemy as well, so you're holding them in place and killing them, which is extremely cruel. You fucking bastard and whatnot. This skill is extremely effective in the Sky Realm, holding down Radiant Giants whilst you kill them. It's also extremely useful to kill all the bosses this thing. Seriously, it's a fucking good skill to use. And that's right, I said fuck. And then we come on to the passive skill, Shining Star. Every time you hit an enemy with your basic attack, 3 rings show up around you. Show up around you? That's not really right. Oh well, we'll stick with that anyway. Each ring allows you to throw a shuriken star every time you use a shadow flip. So if you have 1 ring, you can throw 1 star. If you have 3 rings, you can throw 3 stars. Each star deals 2 to 3 times your basic damage, which is a pretty hefty amount of damage in the later levels.
So what stats does the Neon Ninja require?
Personally, I think I have built this Neon Ninja the best I could. I personally really do think this is the only class I have made that has all the stats he needs, and it works really well for me. For my build, I'm using a heavy mixture of physical damage, energy regen, health regen, increase maximum health, increase your maximum health's percentage, that sounds weird, and attack speed, because you always need more attack speed. With this build, I am finding it very easy to do U6 solos by myself, and I'm also finding it very easy to kill Radiant Giants by myself. Seriously, this is a really good build. I am fully backing up this build because I think it's that good, and I am really putting myself out there now, aren't I? Oh, but what allies and potions are you using? Either the Samantha or Prowling Shadow will do you very good for this class. The health leech after causing damage is such a huge bonus for the survivability of this class. Considering you have a huge attack speed as well, you're always basically healing yourself. It's really good to use. For the potions, get the fuck out of here. I'm not using potions, I'm using flasks, motherfucker. Seriously, any flask will do. I'm using the Undying Flask because I'm a lazy person and I don't want to press Q every time I heal. I'd like the game to do it for me. As for the emblems, no change here from basically all my other classes. I'm using the, fuck me, I can't remember its name, the Martial Emblem and the Vampiric Emblem, purely because I like more attack damage and I just love leeching so much health from everything I touch. Heroes. What's the technique to using a Neon Ninja? Stasis Blade is your biggest friend with this guy. Every time you hit something with that skill, it locks them in place for 3 seconds. If they're a melee based attacker, they can't hit you because they're stuck in place. It's such a good skill to use. Use this skill as much as you can because you can just basically stun lock them indefinitely. It is possible, you just need quite a bit of energy regen. When you can then, use your shadow flip to throw shuriken stars and use your final technique to maintain that lock in place. It's such a good class to use, but you really gotta work out the technique to use this guy, unfortunately. Now before I drag this video out any longer, let's talk about the pros and cons. Pros, this guy's attack speed is so fast, and stun locking things, oh my god, so fun. And you're a ninja, that's like the bonus anyway. You should get this class because it's a ninja. But unfortunately this guy does have cons. His basic attack is so weak, and like I said, this is probably one of the very few classes on the game, other than the Fade Trickster I suppose, that needs a huge learning curve because a lot of people seem to be really struggling with this guy. I'd probably say this guy has more of a learning curve than the Fade Trickster because you know what to do as the Fade Trickster. This guy, you're not really sure because he's so fragile, but he's so strong if you really use him carefully enough. Oh, now I can breathe. Why was I talking like that? That was so weird. Anyway, my final thoughts on the Neon Ninja. He is a very fun class to use. Unfortunately, his learning curve is a bit of a pain in the ass for a lot of people. But yeah, it's so fun to use. You're a ninja, for God's sake. It's so fun. But anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope I've shone some fresh light because, yes, my other video was heavily outdated. But yes, I do hope you've enjoyed watching. By the way, I'm doing live streams now, which is, yes, I did like have an experiment with a vlog, but no, that's not happening. That's not gonna happen, don't worry. But I will do some live streams, so try and keep a lookout for that. I will also be doing giveaways in the live streams, which is quite nice too. But yes, I don't know. I don't really have much to give out, so don't get your hopes up. But we can always hope, I suppose. Anyway, dragging this out now. Sorry guys, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the live stream sometime this week. Not sure when, but anyway, see you then. Goodbye. I'll quickly point this out now, my second channel is purely just for fun. There is nothing serious on there at all. So if you're going to look at it, it's just very small videos of me pretty much just fannying about. So don't expect anything serious. I really go on this channel, but I thought you guys might like to have a look at it anyway. It's quite fun, I suppose. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys.